Hi, welcome to my Sri Lankan political show Behind the Scene. Before start the show, I want to hit the like button and subscribe to my show. Today is the second episode of season 2. Now let's start. Now Sri Lanka is in a political pickle. What's happening in Myanmar as the Myanmar military has a political coup in Myanmar as they overthrown the existing government. Now they are arguing about election fraud claims that's not been proven, but they say they're going to be holding fresh elections. Again, that's where the story is heading. Sri Lanka has a major interest in Myanmar. As you know, the Sri Lankan government has been tremendously invested in Myanmar for all these years. And as a result, Sri Lanka must be cautious on their stand against Myanmar. As Sri Lanka must also be cautious because two reasons. First, Sri Lanka depends on China for many of what we do, infrastructure and etc. Chinese government has taken a stand by saying they will work with any government. The West is saying they are opposing. So the Sri Lankan government needs to be cautious. Now what Sri Lankan government should be doing is to not to take a stand, to stay neutral as possible in this problem. Because we can't afford to lose China as a trading partner, nor we can offend the West as well. Because we need both of them in the situation. Now that is the reality in this. Now if the Sri Lankan government can go on that fine line, then we will be able to be keeping our lines safe from whatever happens in there. Political scenarios in Myanmar. That's the reality. But another thing the Sri Lankan government should consider is that the India and the Chinese governments most likely might not support what happens in Vietnam, as you probably would say. They might not support the previous government, as you know, situations on the circumstances. But this is the funny thing. What happened in Myanmar was coming for them because of hypocrisiness and factors. The Sri Lankan government also have to be cautious on how they negotiate, especially with China. The Chinese government has been clear about the major factors like that they support. They will work with any government in Myanmar. India as probably could be the same announcement. Sri Lanka though have a thing in the circumstances. Sri Lankan government has tremendous trade, business deals and goes on and on. So for Sri Lanka it does matter what happens, but yet we can't do anything and we should not be going into other fires that we can't stop those fires. And that is crucial because Sri Lanka right now has our own problems to deal with. The future of the economy and how to recover from the post-pandemic time periods. So while they will be keeping while a high should be kept on what's happening there, the more focus should be in Sri Lanka, as we got tremendous problems in this country. Expensive food prices, rising living costs, and that's what the government should focus on. I think they will focus on that. That is another issue that Sri Lanka has right now is once people come out the pandemic is sorted is employment, jobs, and that would be something to deeply consider. Now, so Sri Lanka though has a strong government that is bulletproof and strong, and that might be something the Sri Lankan people will be lucky to have in this moment. Whereas other countries in Asia like Myanmar, as we just said, stability is their last piece of word they have. So we should be happy that we have a great political system in this country to elect our governors as we want, the people who govern us. And that's the reality. And of course, this is the thing. I'm going to end this video on a major fact. As Sri Lankans, we should be looking closely what's happening there. But don't get too much into it because the problem that we don't have the international political capacity to solve, nor something we should be putting our hands into. Let the bigger players play out and then we will just hopefully be unharmed in these circumstances. So thank you very much for joining me on the show and please hit the like button and subscribe to my show. Thank you very much.